Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another God at Work conversation. I hope that you are warmer this week than you were last week. I hope that you and your household are okay. We continue to pray for all those who have lost so much, who are dealing with damage, different things that happened as a result of the winter storm. So if you're watching this live or just maybe a few days after it's aired, hope that you're doing better. I know the conversation we're going to have here in just a minute will leave you encouraged. So glad to hear from different people. We've been hearing mainly from people who are Memorial Road members and who live here in the Oklahoma City area, but I'm excited tonight to welcome some Memorial Road missionaries, beloved members of our church family. So I want to bring onto the screen this time the Duttons. Welcome, Duttons.
Welcome. Oh, it's so good to be speaking with all of you, and so good to be with you.
Well, I know a lot of our members who are watching this will know exactly who you are, but some people who might be watching this don't know that much about you. So would you take just a minute and remind us of who you are, where you are right now, and what your life's work is?
Okay, well, my name is Alan Dutton. This is my wife, Robin Dutton. We have two kids. They're older kids now. Tyler is 23. He is in the university here in Brazil. And Laura is 21. She's a senior at Oklahoma Christian. She will be graduating in May. We have been in Campinas, Brazil since 1993, working to establish congregations, working with a medical clinic in this city. And we have been supported by Memorial Road since 1992.
Well, tell me what life has been like for you since about last March. Now, it hit different parts of the world and different times, but just thinking about the pandemic, what's life been like for you and your family and your church family in the past year or so?
Wow, Josh, this has been surely a different year. When all this started just about a year ago, for us here, it started around the middle of March. We had no idea what this was, how long this was going to take, and we were thinking, well, we're going to have to be a month away from the members, and this is going to be okay. But it's almost been a whole year. At the middle of March, we will be 1 year without having in-person worship services. This has been very difficult for a lot of us that like to be with people, like to be around people. It has been very difficult for the church family as well.
Yeah. Robin, is there anything you want to add to that?
No, he said it all. It's just been very difficult, very strange, very strange. And I know that everybody is having their own degrees of different things going on. It's just everything is so upside down. You don't know what is what. And it's very intriguing, is what it is. But it's been very lonely because we really love being with our brothers and sisters here. We just love it, and we haven't been able to. We haven't been able to for security reasons.
Yeah. Speaking of your brothers and sisters there, I know that in most of your work in the ministry that you do, you're not speaking English, and you probably have some friends closer to where you are that might be watching this video. So I want to give you a moment if you want to greet your Portuguese-speaking friends. Why don't you go ahead and do that?
Go ahead, Robin.
Nós estamos tão felizes para estar aqui falando com nossos irmãos do Memorial Road e eu espero que vocês vão gostar também desse vídeo. Nós estamos muito contentes para ter essa oportunidade.
É muito bom falar com todos vocês. Que bom que nós podemos falar em português um pouco também. Que Deus possa estar abençoando todos vocês.
Perfect. You want to give us English speakers a summary of what you just said?
Go ahead, Robin. You start.
I said, I'm very happy that we can be here. I'm very thankful for this opportunity to talk to everybody. And I hope that everybody is watching and enjoying the video that's coming from Memorial Road.
And I also said it's so good to speak to all of you in Portuguese as well. And may God continue to bless all of you.
Perfect. Thank you very much. I hope that your friends watching are able to enjoy that. So let's talk about COVID-19 in particular. As much as you're comfortable sharing, have you or anyone close to you, any in your family or someone like that, anyone had COVID-19?
Not in our close family, Josh. We're so thankful to the Lord for that. But we've had many members and their families. As a matter of fact, just yesterday, we had a sister in Christ in the north of Brazil, unfortunately pass away because of COVID. God has been good to the brothers and sisters around our area, even though many have contracted COVID. It was something very mild and no death as far as the Guanabara congregation and the other churches around the Campinas area.
By the way, just a point of interest, what do Portuguese speakers call COVID? Are they calling it COVID or is there another word for it that you're using?
It's the same. I mean, it's even spelt the same, a different sounding. We call it COVID, COVID-19, COVID-19, or coronavirus.
Okay. Well, so we've talked about some of the losses due to illness and death that your congregation has experienced or loved ones have experienced. Let's talk about just some other losses that have come up during the pandemic. We've all lost routines, we've lost connections, we've lost normalcy, we've lost sanity, it feels like sometimes. So talk to me about some of the other losses that you've experienced this past year.
Well, that is a lot to talk about, Josh. It has really been different. You know, not being able to meet with people. Our work here is meeting people and visiting with different people and introducing them to Jesus. And we haven't been able to do that in a personal way, going to their homes because of restrictions here in our area. And that has been very different. Robin, because of her health reasons, she hasn't been able to leave the house a lot. I do. I leave and I go do the regular things, but she has not. And I'll let her talk a little bit about how she has felt during this time.
I have felt that I don't have any abilities. I'm used to going out and doing everything that needs to be done as far as like getting things at the supermarket, coming here and going there. I can't go to the supermarket. I can't go anywhere. And it's very difficult for me because I feel that I'm not being as useful as I would like to. And it's crazy for me. It just makes me really unhappy because I like to be able to just go and do the things I need to do.
One of the things that we have noticed about the church family is that I guess that's the same in everywhere you are. But we have some members who are okay with staying home and worshiping the Lord on Sundays through media. But we have others who need to be with people. And those are the ones that we are very concerned about because they are needing to be with others and they can't. And we feel like they are weakening in their faith. And that's really troublesome.
Yeah. Yeah, all of us in church leadership are so concerned about our people. Just we love them so much, and we sure don't want them to be permanently disconnected from their church family because of this. So let's talk about connection to church family. Some people I'm talking to are church members, so I'm asking them, how are you staying connected to your church family? But you're one of the leaders, so let me ask you, like, what are you actually using to do? To do your services, live streaming and Zoom. Tell me about how all that has worked where you are.
Okay, Josh. Yes, we started. We have uh, done different ways. We're trying to do things better as time goes by. We started when all this happened in March. We started doing the worship service through audio only. We had no video capabilities back then. So we would tape the worship service. Our song leader would tape all the songs. I would tape the sermon, the Lord's Supper, the reading, the prayers, and it would all be on audio only. We would put all this together and send it to our church family on Sunday. Then we finally were able to hook up with Zoom. And so we're using Zoom now for a while, doing it live on Sunday mornings and also connecting it to YouTube. So the ones who can't be there at that time can worship at a later time through YouTube. This coming Sunday, now the 28th, we're going back to our in-person worship service after almost a year. And we are all excited about that, Josh.
Oh, wow. So this coming Sunday is your first time to be back together. Oh, I bet, let me guess, you are a mix of very excited and also there are so many details to figure out.
You are correct.
Yes.
You are correct. We've been talking about this for about 2 months now, planning everything. And of course, one of the major concerns is that we cannot have everybody come at the same time.
Right.
We can only have about 100 people there, and we have close to 270 to 280. So we don't know what's going to happen this Sunday. We have asked the church to help us, and those who can stay home for a little while longer, please continue worshiping at home through Zoom or through YouTube. But those who really need to be there, you can come. We're all excited. We're happy about this. But you are correct. There are a lot of concerns on our minds as well.
Well, sounds like you're a church leader who doesn't exactly know how things are going to turn out each week. So join the club, man. Before we talk about God at work in particular, I do want to ask about kind of your connection to Memorial Road. I know that, every so often you're able to come here and spend some time in the States. So we talked a little bit about this before we started taping, but talk about what your hopes are for that and what that might look like.
Yes, we come back every 2 years, a regular furlough, and this is the year of a regular furlough, 2021, around April, and we are excited to come back, but we don't know how this is going to work because of all the difficulties with meeting with members. We know we respect that. And we're trying to do something a little different, maybe. I don't know how this is going to work, but this would be the year that we would come back and reconnect with the church members, with the elders, with staff, with missions committee. So we're still dreaming and trying to plan this the best way possible and the safest way possible for everyone.
Well, we hope it can happen in some form or fashion. We've got to, man, we've missed out on so many connections this year. It is just, it's just heartbreaking all the times we've missed with people. And we know the Lord is watching out for us and will bring us some good times in the future. But it's hard right now. Let me ask you this question then, kind of two parts. talk to me about how you've seen God at work, even in this hard year, and maybe along with that, what opportunities you have noticed that came along with all these constraints.
You want to say something about that, Robin, first?
Oh, sure. I think that there has been a lot of difficulties, but I think having Zoom has been a humongous blessing. I think it's been a blessing that just exploded our opportunities because Alan has been able to give classes all over Brazil on Zoom to people, and he has even had some opportunities that are just out of this world, and I'm so thankful for that because the Lord is providing. The Lord never leaves us without opportunities.
That is right. That is right. I have learned the hard way to deal with media. I wasn't used to using media very much. A lot more in person, but not a lot with media. But God has blessed us with so many opportunities. I mean, we can worship with churches now throughout Brazil on the same Sunday. I have had the blessing to be preaching at Guanabara in the morning, preaching at a congregation in the north of Brazil in the afternoon, into a congregation in the south of Brazil at night, all on the same Sunday. So this has been a tremendous blessing. Our church members have been studying the Bible more because they have opportunities now to connect with different people in different churches during the week that they did not have before. So even though COVID has done a lot of harm as far as keeping us from seeing each other in a personal way, God has opened so many other doors as far as teaching the Bible that we did not have before.
Well, I don't know probably any members of your congregation, Alan and Robin, but I bet if I had them on here and we're talking to them, they would say how grateful they are and how proud they are of how hard you have had to work this year. Your work, I know, has not gone unnoticed to them. I know the headaches of technology. It's not what many people signed up for when they wanted to do ministry and missionary work. But no doubt your perseverance and great patience and love for them has been an incredible blessing to the people, not only of your home congregation, but all over Brazil, the people whom you've blessed during this time. Okay, I have a silly question, and then I'm going to end with a serious question. Let me start with a silly question. Describe a good cup of coffee for you, Alan and Robin, the best cup of coffee. What is it?
Robin, go ahead. Robin is the coffee drinker in our family. And I know you love some good coffee, Josh.
Let's go. Yeah, talk to me, Robin. Let's go.
The best coffee is without sugar, black, 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 and very strong. Oh, and it's just wonderful. My husband prepares a coffee for me in our coffee pot that turns on. And when I wake up in the morning, there's coffee. And it makes me happy because I love coffee. I drink coffee all day long.
And
what kind do you get there in Brazil?
Go ahead, Robin.
The brand I get is Café Canicão. It's oven roasted. It's Arabian coffee. It's very good.
Let me apologize to our viewers for a minute for geeking out about coffee with a fellow coffee lover, but I wanted to find out. So all of you who are watching,
there you go.
Apologies, but this is important to me. Okay, Alan, I interrupted you for a minute, I think twice, so let me be quiet and let you speak.
That's okay. I was just going to say that I just go along with Robin on coffee. Whatever she likes, I will drink. Of course, Brazilian coffee is the best coffee that you can drink. There's nothing better than some good, strong, black, no sugar Brazilian coffee.
So you're both purists. I get it. Okay. All right. Last question. What are you most hopeful about in the coming months and year?
I'm so thankful that the vaccine has come out. For us here in Brazil, we're still starting the vaccine. You know, Brazil has about 280 million people. I believe only about 5 million have been vaccinated. So we've got a long way to go. But I'm excited about the vaccine. And what I am looking forward to the most in 2021 is just being with people again, being able to touch someone, give someone a hug, give someone a good handshake. I don't know when that's going to happen, but that's what I am looking forward to in 2021, just being with people.
Robin, do you want to add to that?
Well, that's how I feel as well. I'm anxious to be with people. I'm anxious to get out and be able to go and see people and talk to people. I really am.
Well, we're glad you were both joining us for this interview. I know our church members will be glad to see you. Hey, everyone, if you're watching, whether it's live or later, leave a greeting for the Duttons in the comments on Facebook or YouTube. We'll make sure that they can see those. So let us know that you're watching. Say hi to the Duttons. I know that you are glad to see them and hear about how their work is going. Thank you, Alan and Robin, for joining us for this conversation.
Thank you, Josh. And Memorial Road, we love you. We appreciate everything you do for us and for the work here. The many years that we have been involved together, we hope that we can continue this for many years. And we thank you for your partnership in spreading the gospel in Campinas and throughout Brazil. May God continue to bless you.
Thanks everyone for watching. So glad that you're here to watch some great friends of ours, our missionaries in Brazil, the Duttons. Again, hope that you'll leave a comment for them and let them know that you are here watching. Thanks for joining us for these conversations. We really appreciate you being here. We appreciate your encouragement.